I'm Tom Connolly, your local leadership coach. So this week we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving. National holiday. Actually, most people don't realize when it was established, but much later than you think. And it's been lost to some degree in the understanding of the details of it. So I had the opportunity, and some of you have. You've heard Rush Limbaugh talk about Thanksgiving, and read the excerpt from his book about it. I'm not going to do that here because it'll take me too long to do it. But it's a wonderful story because it goes back to the history and talks about, first off, that so many of our children don't recognize that freedom of religion, the freedom to worship, was the fundamental reason for the Pilgrims to come to the New World. They fled King James and the Church of England to come to what we now know as America, and to establish a colony. You know, the Mayflower Compact was put together by their governor, William Bradford. And William Bradford had written laws and all of these things and said, this is how we're going to do business. But they had also made an agreement with their providers, their lenders, to create a commune, a commonwealth, and where everything that they produced and everything that they made had to be put into that commonwealth, and every member got one share. And does that sound like anything you know? I mean, it's socialism. But that wasn't the hard part yet. The first year, they lost 50% of their people from starvation, sickness, or exposure. And they weren't producing enough to live, but the Indians came along, and the Indians helped them learn to plant corn and fish and skin beavers for coats. And their life improved some, but that's not what Thanksgiving is thankful about. You see, what happened after that, and this is where all the storybooks, all the history books, not all the history books, but some history books end, and that is that Bradford recognized that the communal approach wasn't working, that the men who could do the most labor weren't going to do the most labor because there was no incentive to do so. And he wrote, the experience that was had in this common course and condition tried sundry years, that by taking away property and bringing community into a commonwealth would make them happy and flourishing, as if they were wiser than God. He continued and said, for this community was found to breed much confusion and discontent, and retard much employment that would have been to their benefit and comfort. For young men that were most able and fit for labor and service did repine that they should spend time and strength to work for other men's wives and children without any recompense. That was thought injustice. So what he's saying is that there was no incentive. And so Bradford took a bold leap and made the decision that to create private property. He gave every family a piece of land, and he allowed them to grow whatever they grew and to sell it and exchange it, and they flourished. And it attracted more Europeans, and that became, and they began to come to the colonies, and we had the Great Puritan Migration. Now, that story is not being told to our children today. And had the lesson been told, maybe we would have some people who feel different, and we wouldn't have some of the division that we have. But this is the United States of America, and it is founded on the idea that you can be who you want to be and do what you want to do within your rights, and you can grow and produce and achieve great things. And for that, I'm thankful. So God bless these United States. Have a grateful Thanksgiving, because all things are possible with prayer and heavy deadlifts. I'm Tom Connolly.